Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Very irritated, and I will use to start with this very intelligent American saying: if it looks like a duck, if it talks like a duck, if it walks like a duck, then most likely it's a duck. Well, I would like you to apply that analyzing Biden's decision. If he acts like a tyrant, if he talks like a tyrant, if he looks like a tyrant, then he probably is a tyrant. Now, what happened? Well, I will use this article to tell you what happened. I think is acts like a duck, right? Kind of thing. This article comes from Fox News. You find it in many other ones, so I don't want to hear anything about it. You can find it even in Kiev Independent. So yeah. Published March 1st. Get the title here. Biden extends national emergency due to, and I'm quoting, extraordinary threat Russia's actions against Ukraine pose to U.S. Did you hear what that is? So it's a national emergency due to extraordinary threat caused by what? By Russia's actions against Ukraine posed to U.S. So Russia's actions in Ukraine pose a threat to the United States of America. Well, I can say that house over there across the town poses a threat to me. Therefore, I will institute a national emergency and I will kind of give myself some powers. Extra powers that are not in the book of the family. This is exactly what's happening over here. Now, I can also fan that fire across town in that house and say, hey, those guys are at it. I feel threatened. National interest. Guys, you don't have certain rights. I can do certain things that I couldn't before, so I'm a little bit more powerful. And by the way, I'm 80 and I'm sharp as this right here. I'm sharp just like this. Okay? All right, let's move on. I'm so irritated with these idiots, man. I come from a country where dictatorship, tyranny was there. I know how it is. I know how it was. I can smell a rat when I smell one. All right? So let's go back to these weasels because I'm going to define what national emergency is and what powers the president can have. And I will list 16 of them. And if those powers would not make your pubic hair stick out, I don't know if you have it. If not, I don't know, use the one in your nostrils or on your legs or something. So let's go and see this weasel. So President Biden on Wednesday issued a continuation of a previous executive order that declared national emergency in the U.S. related to the year-long conflict between Russia and Ukraine. Well, a previous executive order that declared national emergency. All right, isn't it over? Now, we jumped from one national emergency into another national emergency right there. This is national emergency. Well, it says Executive Order 13660 was initially signed by former President Barack Obama in 2014 after Russia's annexation of Crimea from Ukraine, but it was expanded over the years with additional executive orders as the conflict between the two states intensified and culminated in the invasion launched by Russia last year. The orders include certain sanctions related to Russia's actions in Ukraine with respect to U.S. interest. This is your fucking leader. All right, so let's see. I'm going to go and define what this executive order can do. All right, let's say here. Let's go to a guide to emergency powers. What is it? So the emergency powers and their use. The 148 statutory powers that may become available to the president upon declaration of national emergency. So there are certain powers that the president does not have explicitly, they're not explicitly listed in the Constitution. He can use about 148 of them. Well, I'm not going to go through all of them because there are a lot of them, and it's very like this, okay? Public Health Service, blah, 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 National Emergencies Act, blah, 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 things like this. And I'm not going to keep you here forever, okay? Now, but I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use this little article here because I say, what the hell is this? And I said, okay. I went and I said, what are the powers of a president under a national emergency? And I got soap boxy. We say, what the hell is this? I'm going to take a shower, I mean, with a soap in a box? No, I don't care. If they give me the information I need, I take Satan's information. Here, top 16 emergency powers of the President of the United States. Doesn't matter this date and whatever, okay? And I got 16 that they picked, all right? And I'm gonna go down, blah, 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 tra la la, BBB, coo. Here we are. Top 16 emergency powers of the President of the United States of America. 1. Please, my friends, please put yourself at the receiving end over there. Don't put that in an abstract. Like, oh yeah, let's philosophize about it. Or the neighbor that I don't like is gonna fall under those 16. No, put yourself at the receiving end of those 16s in case that you didn't do anything. Or maybe you did something like me. Talk. Let's say you get at the receiving end and see if you would like it, if you think it's okay. And if you think it's okay, then well, good luck to you. We're gonna ship you to, I don't know, another country where we have all that in the Constitution or no Constitution. Just kidding. Let's go back to these weasels. Not this one, because these guys give me the information I like. 1. Your bank account can be frozen. You like that? And then you starve. Bans on biological or chemical agents can be lifted. Civil liberties, you know what it is? Such as right of a peaceful assembly can be halted. You know what it is? You want to go and engage in a peaceful demonstration. Or let's say you want to have a drink with your buddies at the bar, watching UFC, getting wasted and having sex in a car, coming home and lying to your wife. All right, how about that? All right, I'm kidding, but you know what I mean here. The president can order incarcerations. Hey, Gigi, you are incarcerated for suspicion of supporting the Russian illegal, whatever that is, invasion of Ukraine. Okay? Elections, habadaba raba, can be postponed indefinitely. Federal leases can be suspended when the country faces dangers. Foreign individuals can be ordered to leave the nation, and the borders can be closed. You can't go to Hawaii this year. Tell your family you stay home because you don't deserve it. Natural resources can be ushered into play to confront a natural disaster. That means, I don't know, they can tap in whatever oil we have or not and ignore any other things because we need it, because the inflation is high and we're going to be dying, and the big corporations need it to supply weapons to Ukraine. Just making, shit ideas. Sanction pertaining to property and finances can be removed or initiated. That's for you. Initiated, all right? Removed for the big corporations. Initiated for you. 10. Soldiers or naval vessels may be ordered to engage in combat during a crisis. So the president can bypass, obviously, which they have done in the past, 70 years, the Congress, and say, well, you're going to attack that, you're going to do this, you're going to kill, you're going to defend our citizens that cannot get out of the country because of the borders, all right? The government can take control of the internet, radio, and TV because of a perilous matter, and production and distribution of goods can be seized. So they can control this more than they do right now, okay? There you have it, internet, radio, TV, communication. And production and distribution of goods can be seized. That means nationalized if they want, and they control it. The military can be mobilized domestically in a crisis. You know that U.S. Army cannot really operate on the U.S. territory like the Romans. We used to have that, but Romans are dead. We are going that way too. Martial law can be declared by the president. All these things cannot be, it seems like challenged, I guess. The leader of the executive branch can launch a nuclear strike if necessary. That means if he considers necessary. Now, the president may order an assassination resulting from an emergency. The right of habeas corpus can be suspended as a consequence of crisis. You know what it is, right? If you're incarcerated without reason and so on, you can go and petition a court and say, hey, wait a minute, you can't just arrest me without giving me the information and so on. Transportation networks can be taken over by the government. And they can also tell you, do the martial law, you cannot go anywhere, and they can close the borders. So basically, they own you. And I was looking here at habeas corpus, and that's what it is a resource in law through which a person can report an unlawful detention of imprisonment to a court. Well, you can't do this under these beautiful powers. So, if you thought that semi-conscious, good, calm, balanced, but nice, unlike Trump, who was very rude. If you thought that this guy, 80-year-old guy, who, if he dies tomorrow, doesn't give a fuck because he lived his life, but not you, he can do all these things. Remember, if tomorrow he just kicks the bucket, or they help him this way, Mr. President, okay, or drink this, take this little pill. Oh, yeah. Okay, who's gonna be the president? That's what's gonna be the president. Kamala. So yeah, thank you very much for giving us this great president. You can applaud yourselves, pat on the head, jerk off, whatever, and do whatever you want. Another thing I want to say. All these things will not bother a certain kind of person. And I'm going to give you a profile of the person who would be not bothered by all those. A person who is scared of her or his own shadow. A person who is afraid to go outside and live, but rather survive. You know what I mean? Doesn't like to, wants to be very, very, very safe. Safety is my goal. A person who is afraid to take any actions that would put her or his safety in danger just a little bit. A person who pretends to love everyone, but actually, number one. The person who can live his or her life inside a house with a TV, with food, drink, toilet, maybe a cat or a dog for company, not another human being, because that requires give and take. A dog, you tell the dog to go get out, you'll kick the cat out, and that's it. Not that, no. That's why a lot of people like certain kind of things, because the certain kind of things cannot talk back. Take the dog, take him out, and bye. I don't want to see you again. But you can't do this with your husband, can you? Yeah, some can, and vice versa anyway. So that kind of person who watches this TV just want to be left alone, doesn't have opinions outside, doesn't want to rock the boat, just want to eat, drink, watch TV, sleep, and die. That kind of person, we have no problem with everything I said right now. Anything. You know why? Because they think they're good people. And they think I'm good people, nobody should touch me. And if there are people like me, or maybe like you, saying things, they hate us. Oh my God, no, don't rock the boat. You are bad people. You know why? Because these guys that I just mentioned, they love authority. They believe in authority. Why? Because they're dumb. They don't have information. They don't have knowledge. And they are not abstract thinkers. They're not philosophers. They don't think ahead. They just, oh, it's good. Don't move anything. Yeah. Hey, don't say anything. It's good. Yes, what can I do? People that are, yes, sir. These are the people who would have no problem with that. I met those kind of people. And obviously I was, I don't know how to call it. If they could, they would have report me, arrest me, and put in a summer camp, if you know what I mean, and maybe use certain things to send me to like that. And it's not too late. Under those powers, they can do it right now. Call it. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. And if you think that I'm just overreacting to this, all right, I hope I am. But you see, when these guys voted, I want to go to coronavirus. About coronavirus, all that coronavirus that was with the pandemic, with the masks, with this, with that, with all that. Sorry to tell you, but I didn't listen to them. Let's put it this way, and you know exactly what I mean. And now they come and say, well, no, I never said it. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And again, with this guy, when it was about, we had conversations with friends, family, whomever, about who you should vote for. The main thing about the orange man was he's rude. he's rude and he's rude and he's I said, man, is he doing a good job? What did he do? Well, he's ist. He's this ist. He's got this ism. He's got this. I said, okay, tell me what he did. All right, what about the other one? Well, at least he's nice. Talking about Biden. Okay, and I said, look at this. I'm not going to go there because you can't talk about certain things in the free world that we live. And now that these guys extended this kind of executive order and special powers that he has, I mean, it's much easier. Not that it was impossible before. It was just a little bit, it had a little pencil pusher, do sign something, send an email, and then you, excuse me, Mr. Kosman, here is a warrant signed by a judge, or get out under the Patriot Act, I don't even need that, or whomever you communicated with a foreign citizen, foreign actor that we have under, and therefore I can look on you. You know that it's right there. They can't supposedly check you out, if you know what I mean, monitor you. But if, let's say, I call my mom overseas and they say, oh, Mrs. Kosman is dangerous, through my mom, the fact that I'm communicating with her, bang, they come to me, let's say, or a friend of mine located, I don't know, in Romania, let's say. Because I have that, they say, okay, that's the target. Through that individual, they can listen to whatever I do, and it's perfectly legal, right? That's what they do, so yeah. I don't believe me. If you want to find more about this, ask, what's his name, Edward Snowden. Yeah, ask that guy, the bad dude, yeah, the criminal, he's not a whistle, he's a traitor, yeah, with Putin. Yeah, okay, go and watch TV, play your little games, drink your beer, go to bed, pay your taxes, work from home, don't go anywhere, but make sure you use your telephone and you can order things so Amazon can bring it right home. Order people to bring you food. Remember, go and get all that toilet paper. Take that like you did before COVID. When COVID, everybody went to buy. What the hell are this? What, have problems with the stomach or something? No, some people bought the whole store. Half of their garage was full of toilet paper. I know people like that. All right? So I'm not, no, I know people like that. I think they still have that toilet paper that bought, I don't know, 2 years ago or more. Anyway, man, I can go on and on with this. Good luck, congratulations. I knew that this country is going down, but not this fast. And what can this guy do? Why do you think he did that? This Biden, or people around him, or whomever. So he can have like a blank check to do whatever he wants. Remember, he's 80. If he orders right now a nuclear war, you lived how many years? 60, 40, 30? He lived his life. What is that? 2 dogs and a wife? Huh? Is that what he's got? What is he living for? He's done. He's done. I mean, he's past, he's overdue. I think the life expectancy average in the United States is like 72 or something, 72, 73 for men. There's like 8 years, 7 years, 8 years over. So he's in overtime. He's bonus time. 8 years. Give me that, and I say thank you. I expect 68. That's all I need. I need forever. But when you see that movie, remember the Highlander, who wants to live forever? I want to live forever. Oh, it's so awful. You see everybody living, you get used to it 2-3 times and say, you go to hell, I'm just going to have my fun. Like, it's the woke mentality nowadays. I'm going to have my fun. I had my fun. Now, let's get married. I had my fun in my youth. Now, off. Anyway, we're going to go off subject too much. Anyway, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.